is up, my people? Welcome back for yet another album review on my channel. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell as well to always keep notified of my newest content. Today I will be reviewing hip-hop reggaeton artist Anuel as Las Leyendas Nunca Mueren. 29-year-old Puerto Rican rapper-singer Anuel Santiago has come out with his latest record Las Leyendas Nunca Mueren, marking his 4th ever project release to date. Brr. Such records worth noting including his sophomore release of Manuel and then his collaboration with Latin contemporary artist Ozuna. Anuel is certainly no stranger to the Latin music genre as he ranks up with some of the top greats artists in the current genre right now, such as Daddy Yankee, J Balvin, and Bad Bunny. With that all in mind, Anuel has exceeded over millions of plays across all of his work, including over 22 million monthly listeners. Many of Anuel's influences come from artists who have dominated hip-hop and reggaeton in the late 90s and 2000s, such as our reggaeton artists Daddy Yankee and Don Omar, as well as notorious hip-hop names such as Gucci Mane and Tupac Shakur. Anuel has faced some controversy with his character when it comes to the legal trouble he's faced over the past and even with feuds with certain artists, which in my opinion seems a bit gratuitous to continuously bring up and stamp an artist's name when so many hip-hop artists are notoriously known for coming up from the game. So it doesn't really make sense to me to always bring it up, especially if it's old news, but that's a different subject I don't want to get into right now. Brr. Conceptually, what the album represents is many thoughts of love, interest, loneliness, and his controversies behind his past crimes. The intro starts with Anuel having a conversation with Mike Towers. Anuel shares what really inspired the structure of this entire song is Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares. After the play structurally, you can see how it's trying to mimic Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares for sure. I just didn't feel the double intensity that in the transitions you feel from that same Meek Mill song. Though I don't think it's such a bad attempt, it still managed to keep its balance for an early start. Anuel also shares in the song how grateful he is to be so close to Mike Towers and how grateful he is to be finally done with parole. He also shares that Don Omar's Hector the Fathers is what inspired the songwriting for this track, but he wants to do it this time with the kind of Latin trap that Anuel is known for. And to tie it all in, Anuel wraps it up with a big fuck you to the person who arrested him, saying that his career is over. Anuel turns to more melodic rap with the song North Carolina, but once the beat kicks in, the energy inflates rapidly when it loses those melodic properties. It still gains its bounce back, especially when artist Alado Carrion starts his verse. I especially like the sampled singing on the song 1942. There are some flaws with some of the effects on the record, like on the song Ric Flair. That reverb just sounds a bit too wet, to the point where it soaks into the rest of the track. Then we get to Anuel's favorite song on the record, Pin, which he mentions was also inspired by his past song Sola. I kind of found this one to be done. I'm not really enjoying some of the singing with these pianos. It just doesn't transfer over very well to me. And then in the track McGregor, Anuel shares that his thoughts compared to the notorious MMA himself are very similar to his own. He feels they share the same persona of carrying controversy to their names, which I can indeed see why he feels like that, and maybe when it comes to the confidence and attitude that Conor McGregor holds to his name. And then we see on the song Llorando en un Ferrari, Anuel starts to dip his feet into genres that he hasn't really played for before when it comes to dance pop. Though I do appreciate when Anuel is trying to incorporate certain sounds that are more equipped with certain genres, this one just sounds a bit too simplistic to me. It sounds like basically something that any other house artist would come out with. Then in comes some heat with the song Leyanda, which is a song that I already previously reviewed on my Singles of the Week video, which I gave a great review, of course. I mean, come on, I said it was fire and I still stand by that. Brr. The drums are perfect and Anuel stylistically is gliding on this track. Anuel starts to go back with his Latin roots with even some reggaeton and bachata elements. He clearly knows what he's doing with his music writing skills to keep the listener's attention. Where I think Anuel performs his best on the project is on the song Una Palabra with singer Carlos Valera. That beat just breaks right through the wall, swift and strong, and Anuel tames it like a pro. Then for the song Súbelo is another song that I already reviewed on my Singles of the Week video, which I feel like initially I might have been a little bit too harsh on. I still feel like the features, Jack Cortez and Mike Towers, are still underwhelming, still don't really give anything interesting for the track. But hearing Anuel's verses again certifies that he's carrying much of the weight and he does well on the song. Getting through the closer all the way to wrapping up in this album, I would say that Anuel brings another decent project to his discography. Even though I don't see this record when matching some of the sound qualities that he has made in the past, either on his records or with features with other big artists, I think I would prefer this album over Anuel, but when I still take the ratios from that one into this record, they just about even out. It's still great to hear Anuel bringing notable work for the Latin trap game. Even though I don't think every track really made some groundbreaking actions and really blew through the roof, I still think that this isn't a bad one. I'm gonna give Anuel as Las Leyendas Nunca Mueren a 61%. As always guys, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the like button and also share the video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell as well to always keep notified on my newest content. Down in the description you'll see the separate tracklist ratings I have for the album and also the links to my social media accounts so you can keep up with me on the daily. And I will catch you on the next one.